Hey guys, it's Kevin with I guess the little forum that I started. It's called In My Humble Opinion, and I wanted to go ahead and, as I said earlier, make videos about just things that are enlightened or opinions, uh, commentaries, or just a whole lot of everything. Nothing really specific. Um, so I was going to start it off with a problem that I have with the Samsung Galaxy X3, which is um, a phone that I will definitely never get again because the battery really sucks. I know there's solutions out there for it, but I don't feel like I really need to buy accessories just to make this phone, you know, alive. But enough about that. So what I wanted to start off with was about my health, because I wouldn't say that it's declining. I would say that it's more like there were some deficiencies and some things that are very normal for a man my age, which, by the way, I'm 49 and I'm going to be 50. And so, just things break down and things start to slow down and blah, blah, blah. So I want to share that with you and tell you exactly what's been happening or what happened to my health and what I did and my doctor did together to kind of help alleviate some of these things, okay? So number one, I was diagnosed with low testosterone. That's normal at this age. I was also diagnosed with low vitamin D. And the other thing is that I was also diagnosed with a thyroid issue. It's more like it was underperforming. Yeah, underperforming. So um, basically, I had some tests done and everything else, and I had let's see what's called my THS TPO levels reviewed, and I got recommended some medication for it. And what I got recommended was levothyroxine, which is, I understand it's a very common thing. Um, the vitamin D and vitamins, I got myself some vitamins, and there was no issue with that. I basically been eating poorly out, and so it is what it is. You just are not getting the nutrients that you need. One. Number two, testosterone. I was kind of hesitant to do this, but my theory right now is that if I get the testosterone shot, you know, maybe I can go ahead and um, get a head start on running and other things. But since then, I found out certain things about testosterone shot, which I'll go over in a minute. But the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about was the thyroid. So many people are just so quick to pull the trigger and to go ahead and just prescribe this levothyroxine to you because it's just a normal thing to do. Your levels are down on your thyroid and it's not producing what it should produce, which is I think one of the main ingredients is vitamin D, vitamin 2 or vitamin 3. Iodine is just one of the many ingredients that your hormones produce in your thyroid in order to go ahead and make this thing function. It's a very complicated area in your body, and by many stretch of the imagination, it's not easy to just kind of go in and go, here's the medicine, here's the resolution, and then you're solved and you're done, because it's just not like that. It's a little bit more complicated. So I did a little bit more digging, and what I did is I found what's called an endocrinologist, and they check pretty much for everything. So right now, as we speak, actually, what they're doing is they're trying to get my doctor's records so that they can review them and see where I'm at. The part that I was against a lot was just taking the medication, because once you take it, it's virtually impossible to go back. It may not even be the problem, and I might not even feel better after a while. So, you know, it was important because once you take this, you can't really go back, and it's almost like testosterone, which I'll go back through in a minute. Um, so my suggestion, as I'm finding out these things, and I don't know if some of you maybe are my vote, and which is why I'm making this video, because you know I want to know what people's opinions are and experiences and etc. And whether people are just basically you know, from a novice point of view, we're not doctors, we're not anybody special, so you know, opinion from somebody else is always best. So um, hearing from somebody else who's going through the same thing as I'm going through is always very helpful. It makes me look at every side of the diamond in perspective and see if I'm missing something. But that's my side right now, is to go through an endocrinologist just to get the additional information that I need to know. Do I really need this medicine? Is it really going to make me feel better? Is this the last call, or can I do it naturally? And that's the biggest thing. Can I do it naturally? You know, because ultimately taking drugs has a lot of side effects, and of which brings me to my third point. Testosterone. Everybody knows the normal part of testosterone that the side effect that it may have, which is basically prostate cancer. They do monitor that, I guess, every 3 months, maybe 6 months. And I'll be going through that whole testing thing and seeing how my prostate is doing, so to speak. But in the meantime, I didn't know this. Your nuts, your balls, your sac in between your legs. And once you take testosterone, well, first of all, testosterone comes from that part of the area, and then basically it produces this chemical, which is, I guess, in men, makes us men. I guess a similar effect is for women, estrogen, etc. But once you take testosterone, it's really what it's doing is telling your balls to develop more testosterone. Once you take testosterone, it's important to know that I guess that area is no longer producing, and it's not going to be able to do it anymore. So what little I had, it's now really virtually gone if I ever stop taking testosterone. I'm almost done with my first month. I think maybe I have about a week and a half to go before I go through my second month. My first week, I guess maybe my body was reacting to it a little bit, and I was feeling a little bit, I don't know, not any different, maybe a little bit worse. And I did have a big pain in my ass. I mean, I felt like literally somebody just, you know, I know the chemical that they're shooting you with is pretty thick, but the delay reaction for that was almost a day and a half, and I couldn't sit down on that portion of my cheek. So, hey, it hurt. So, what's my point in making this video? Is you know, like I said, I want really to hear from a lot of people. Seem to know that somebody may have an opinion or may be going through the same experience as I am, etc. Because you know, we're not alone in this world. So, you know, every little counts, just to know the different facets of the diamond, to see, hey, you know, you have a different perspective, you had different experience, maybe you know more than I do. So at this point right now, in about a week and a half, I'll be going through my second treatment of testosterone, and hopefully I'll feel a lot more better. I did in the interim after the second and third week. I did feel just a little bit better. I felt like, I didn't feel like that surge of energy. I just felt like my body wasn't going to stop. You know, it was going to keep going. So, I'll go ahead and make more updates on this as I go along. But in the interim, next thing I'll be talking about is how bad the Samsung Galaxy is, and why it sucks and why you shouldn't buy it. I'll see y'all later.